Hey fellas, how you doing? It's Johnny. I want to share with you guys a massive epiphany that I had today. I didn't just have it today. I've been experiencing this I've been experiencing this all my life, but it just unfolded today. Literally unfolded today, and I had to make a video and share this because if I don't share this, I need to explain this to make sense of what I'm understanding, and I also want to share it with other men who are like me or are like me in whatever stage they're at of their journey. It's going to be difficult to explain this, so please do forgive me guys, because I'm getting a lot of emotion out. Oh man, where do I start? It's incredible, absolutely amazing. Oh boy, this is fucking hell. Let's just start off by saying, I know this is very common. I know I'm going to be very careful of my emotions, because I know when people have these experiences, it's easy to go off on one and sound like a madman. I'm protecting myself because I'm going to sound like a madman, but I know what I experienced, and I've seen the reality in my life unfold. I've seen it unfold right in front of my eyes. This is a very personal message I'm gonna share, so feel vulnerable, don't feel really afraid, but I'm very aware that this is a language that most people are not used to hearing out loud unless we go to churches and places like that and we think people are crazy. But I know what I experienced. I know it was God speaking to me. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind, because let me just explain something to you. Many years I was blackmailed with my social anxiety, my inability to socialise with people without feeling terrified. Obviously that went in the line with women. Always feeling uncomfortable around them and feeling quite angry at myself for not feeling confident around attractive women and feeling that I'm not good enough and I can't get them. But this is not actually what the epiphany was, and the language that God spoke to me with, because it wasn't the voice that I'm using now. I'm just saying out loud. It was a feeling. It was a terrifying feeling. It was a very exciting feeling, and the feeling, I'll tell you when the feeling occurred for me. My first recollection, it happened 7 years ago in Fulham Broadway when I was going through a horrific time, and I didn't tell anyone about it because I was quite ashamed about it and I was angry, and I just wouldn't have shared things in those times. I just didn't want to appear to be weak. I was 25. I had really bad depression. My social anxiety was really bad, and I was struggling to go and meet people. And my life wasn't going anywhere. I had no money. I was in darkness. I was really in darkness. I was at a stage where I was actually thinking about taking my own life. That's much of a low place it was. I never shared it with anyone, never told my family or my friends. I didn't want to put that sort of thing on people. I didn't have the courage to take my own life because I'm going to share something that's very interesting. But I was in that place. That's not an exaggeration. I don't want any fucking self-pity from anyone, because I don't need any self-pity, because it's an exciting message. I know it's going to transform people's lives. I must share it. So I'm sitting at home, I'm in Fulham Broadway, and I'm thinking, I hate myself. I can't stand this life. It's so cruel to me. It's so difficult. It's easy for everyone else. I can't find work. I can't find work, and I can't be happy. I'm so limited. I've got no qualifications. I'm 25. I wanted to be a world champion boxer. No one took me serious. I knew I could do it. I knew I was good at boxing. I knew I was talented. I could have a fight. I was good with my hands. I knew the trainers seen talent in me, but I had no self-confidence. I was crushed. And I'm ashamed to say it. And the reason I was crushed, because my dad fucking shattered my confidence when I was younger. When he used to abuse me and call me a cunt and shout at me, and you know, and make me piss down my leg, and every time he came in the room I was frightened of him. Every time he came in the room I was scared. Every single time he came in to make tea I was shaking, I was hiding, I was scared every time of him. I was afraid, and he made me afraid of people as well. But I was scared of him, terrified. I know he knew that I know he knew that I knew that we both knew that what was going on. And I was confused. I thought, how can you be scared of your own dad? And he was bullying me in my mind, and I thought, I can't tell anyone, because if I tell anyone, they're gonna think he's gonna think I'm being disloyal. I'm talking about him, but he fucking trashed my confidence and destroyed me. But the mad thing is, and then I didn't like women. I didn't like women, period. I didn't like them, didn't trust them. I hated them, and I hated myself, and I didn't like anyone. I didn't trust them because of what I'd seen. I'd seen them cheating on men, and every time I was nice and honest, they always turned me down. Always turned me down, laughed at me all the time in school. So much bullying went on, and confusion. Like, I had a great relationship with my mum, a great relationship with my aunties and my nan, but lots of confusion, lots of confusing feelings, lots of confusing psychological thoughts, ones that I couldn't stop. I was 25, I didn't have this understanding, but it's mad because underneath all of this terror, and then sometimes thinking to myself, am I playing a victim here? Am I not being a man? Am I being a fucking a pussy or what? Because that's how I was brought up, that's how we were brought up. You be a man, you put up or shut up, you don't complain and cry, you get on with it. But I couldn't take it no more, because I couldn't even hide behind being a man, because I became a bully because I got bullied, and I didn't want people to fuck around with me, because I knew that it seemed to be, in the world I lived in, that's what men seem to do. They tried to intimidate one another, and there was a lot of games going on. I didn't like the games because I was smart. When you're afraid and you've got anxiety, you're not stupid. You are aware that you're scared, and you are aware that people can see you're scared, and you are aware that you're part people pleaser, part very angry, living in a pain body because you've been abused and you've been made to feel that no one loves you and you can't trust anyone, and you can't even love people back because you don't feel loved, and you feel angry that you don't feel loved, and you feel terrified, and you feel ashamed, and you feel confused, and you feel embarrassed, and you're just layered among all of these different, you're in these different places. And sometimes you feel alright, and then you feel so good because you feel safe, you've been accepted by people, you've had a good run, you've got a few quid, you can get a beer or some food. Small things can make a difference. You're very sensitive. You're very sensitive. If a letter comes through the post saying you owe money, you're panicking. Any sort of discomfort in your life, any form of rejection terrifies you because you've been rejected by your own dad. Your own dad is symbolizes God, symbolizes your identity, your meaning on the earth. You've gone through that, and you don't understand it on an intellectual level, but emotionally you feel it. And it doesn't matter how many people tell you that, oh come on, you're a good looking lad, or you got a lot going for you. You don't fucking feel it. If you don't feel it, you can fake it all you want, but eventually you get caught out. And who catches you out? You catch yourself out. And what was very painful for me was there were times when I got on with my dad and I seen his good side, and I thought, fucking hell, he's a nice man. Why can't it be like this all the time? Why can't I be myself around him? I couldn't be myself around him. I could not be myself. As part of me thought, my brother can be myself around my dad. My brother is himself. He's accepted my brother, but I can't physically do it. Psychologically, something won't let me. There's a part of me that is blocked, that he's damaged me from the abuse and the shouting. And this is going on for many years. My mum knows it's going on. There's games in my house, and I don't like the games no more. So when I spoke to God and I said to God, why am I in this predicament, God? How comes my nan is nice to me, my mum, my family? Why does my dad treat me like this? And how comes I don't feel comfortable with him? Why don't I feel comfortable around other men? Why don't I trust men? Why do I think they're going to try and start on me and bully me? Why do I feel the urge to batter them when they come near me? That's how I felt. When they come near me, I'm going to fucking batter them. Sorry, my language is passion. It will make sense in a bit. But then why do I feel the urge to have a lot of love and compassion towards my friends who are men? So why am I in these two realities back and forward? This love-hate relationship that's killing me. So I can't trust anyone, because every time I try and trust people, I think they're going to take advantage of me. I think they're going to let me down. They're going to try and catch me out. Either they're going to try and rob me, or they're going to, in some way or not, I can't trust them. So I struggled in my relationships. I struggled with people really bad, because when it was going well, I never trusted it. I preferred it when it weren't going well, to be honest. I'll tell you why I liked violent men at the time. I liked violent men because violent men were honest. They at least I knew what they were about. So all the violent guys around my area who tried to intimidate me, there were many of them. And I know I intimidated people as well, and the people that are around and they were doing that, I actually found some level of compassion for them. But it was the people that were wearing a mask, and it was going on in my own house. And I felt confused. I thought, my house, my home is a place of rest. I'm meant to be comfortable around my family, but I don't trust my family because of what my dad's done to me. And I can't tell anyone about it because I don't trust people. So who the fuck am I going to tell? Who can I tell? I'm not being a victim because I'm being beaten up all the time by my own dad, and I don't like it. I don't trust him. But then I'm seeing his good side as times, and I do like him, I do love him, and he's alright. And he's been very kind, he's done a lot of good things to me, so I'm very confused about who I am and, you know, where my place is. So I've got the same dissonance with women. I can't trust women, because how can you trust women if you don't trust your dad? Your relationship with your father and your mother is connected to everyone. So I don't trust God. I sat in my room in Fulham, I got the Bible. I didn't give a fuck which God it was, I just wanted God to help me out. I said, if you loved me and you cared about me and you loved everyone, why are you making it difficult for me? Why have you abandoned me? Why have you got rid of me? Why have you made me feel that I can't go out to social environments because I'm dirty, I'm no good? And people are going to attack me and I'm going to lose my temper and I'm going to frighten people. Because I did it for many years, I knew how to intimidate people. That's why I like Mike Tyson. I thought, why do I like Mike Tyson? It's not because he's a good boxer, because there's loads of good boxers. I feel a deep connection with the man. It's not homo, because I'm straight as an arrow, don't get it twisted. Because I've seen similarities in his story about distrust, bullying, why he became a bully. Because bullies become a bully because we get bullied. That's why I say it's not nice to bully anyone, and my dad bullied me all my life. So I sat down one day and I just said to God, I don't fucking believe in you. So if you're real, show me a sign. Take this pain away from me. Take this pain away. I don't care about the money. I don't care about women. I want this pain to go away. I want these voices in my head, these demons that bully me every day, the demons that put me in the job centre that tell me I'm a slime ball, I'm from a council estate and I'm no good and I'm not good to sit around other people because I've got no money, I'm dirty. I feel dirty on the inside. It had nothing to do with my physical appearance, because I actually knew I was physically handsome, because my dad is a handsome man, my mum is a good looking woman, I'm from a good looking family, but I didn't feel it on the inside. I had no kingdom within. So I knew who I was, but I was terrified to be who I was. I thought, I can't be honest in this place. I'm living a fucking nightmare. I'm living in a concrete jungle. It's full of violent people. No one trusts one another. Everyone's stealing from one another. How the fuck can you bring a girlfriend around people like this? But then I have to realise, but I am these people. I am these people. I am violent. I am dishonest. I can't be trusted. So I'm getting what I am. So I thought, and as for all this God stuff, I can't talk about God. God in the working class upbringing, you don't talk about God unless you've gone soft. God is an easy way out. But I've been in hell for a long time. I've been with the fucking devil for a long time. I became a devil because I was afraid. I had lots of fear. And the way men protect themselves is to demonstrate violence. And that's what my dad did. He taught me violence, taught me about fear, he taught me how to intimidate men. I was very good at doing that. That's why I like the boxing gym, because when I came in the boxing gym I was at home. Because we frame punches, we're gonna hurt each other, and that's where I feel safe. I only feel safe when we hurt each other, because that was my exchange of love. That was how I understood my dad liked me, when he beat the shit out of me and then we make up after, watch a film. That was normal for me. So my relationships with women, I thought that's how it is, because and I kind of intuitively thought, doesn't feel right, because I know there's lots of examples in the world of people that are normal, have normal relationships, and I'm not really this person. I'm actually a nice guy. So I'm confused, but I knew it was going to work out. But I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I knew that I had to look at everything that made me feel deep shame, deep fucking shame, deep embarrassment, deep social judgment, deep loss of ugly stories that came from the past. They used to bully me around my area. All they used to do to me is to laugh at me. I used to walk through the area, they used to laugh out loud, they used to take the piss out of me. I couldn't walk properly, I was so embarrassed. That's what they'd done to me. That's how much the guy used to come up to me in my area, put a knife to me and take my money. I was humiliated, they robbed me all the time. So that's why I was violent. I got quite a good reason, because when I said to God, why am I so violent? I've battered a lot of men. There was so many men. I battered so many men, I've lost count. But so many. Before I thought, I don't want to share it with people, because then I think I'm making up, telling the truth. Telling the truth. I knocked out so many, I didn't enjoy it, because I always used to get bullied all the time, and I couldn't stop it. I tried to stop. Everywhere I went I got bullied, everywhere. And because I got bullied, I knocked the bullies out. I'm not going to go into detail about the events, because it brings up a lot of emotion in me and it's not pleasant. It was a long time ago. So when I got caught for the drug dealing at 19, the attorney, my solicitor, said, "You're the most unlikeliest drug dealer I've ever met," because I wasn't a drug dealer. I wasn't my true self. So the divine message from God was, Gonna tell your dad the truth. Gonna confront him and talk to him. I've got the power from God. Gonna face all these fears. I'm not fucking on job seekers allowance. I'm better than that. I'm not meant to be on job seekers allowance. I don't give a fuck about what the society's telling me about I'm from the working class council state. I knew I was more than that, because I knew I actually come from a good family. Even though my dad was strict, he was a good man. He had his own problems, no one is perfect. But I had integrity, I had charm, I had fucking talent, like we all do. And I knew it when I was younger. I was afraid to show I was confident, because I thought people won't like it, they'll get jealous of me, they'll criticise me, and I'll lose the people around me, which weren't really my friends anyway, most of them. Other than Floyd and a few others. We won't go into the detail. So I remember thinking, there's got to be a way out of this, because the violence don't work. I've tried the violence, and no matter how many men I batter, more come back. And I can't beat all of them. Some of them are fucking strong, and I'm strong myself. But I'm strong in this place of violence, which isn't really, there's no love in there. That's the fucking problem of it. It doesn't solve the problem, it makes it worse. I tried to find love in the boxing gym, and I couldn't find it in that place, even though I did find some love. I did enjoy it a bit. So I can't find a language to explain, because it's too spiritual, it's too experiential. But what I felt from God was I had to, and it's what Jeff has spoken about, and I'm going to get to Jeff in a second, what he's helped me to do. I had to surrender to who I was. That was fucking difficult, because the surrender to who I was the surrender to a confident, attractive man who's successful. How can I surrender to that when my whole belief system is the opposite? It's completely opposite. Because we've been conditioned to believe the rich are the bad and the poor are the good, the Robin Hood story. And it's not fucking true, and I knew it wasn't true. Because I've seen so many people break out from the working class background, and I've seen it on different sides of the spectrum, people from middle class struggling, and change their reality. But then you say to yourself, it's not really changing, because we use that word a lot. I prefer revealing who they are. Because I didn't really change myself, I was hiding. And that's what a lot of men do that I work with. They're hiding from who they are, and who they are is fine, is more than fine. And that's what God said. I'm gonna reveal you at a pace you can handle, but you've got to come forward with me, and you won't be revealed in dishonesty. Because I tried that stuff, we get a little bit out of it and we're back to square one again. I tried cheating on women and having sex with a lot of women to feel that pain. Didn't work. It worked for a little bit, and then you don't trust the woman you're with, and then it's never enough. It could be 10s, it could be 9s, it could be this. You make the money, and then and nothing happens. The money doesn't take the pain away, it just numbs it. I tried all that shit. I tried the pornography, I slept with a lot of women, making the money, the validation, all the rest of it, and you're back to square one again. The story bothering you, the demon that bullied me all my life. So I had global success as a teacher and all the rest of it, and the story gets stronger, it comes up. The shame, the guilt from my dad, not just my dad, from the repercussions of a negative life, the repercussions of the things you've done wrong. You're plagued with all of these fears that have got brothers and sisters, and there's layers upon layers, and every time you move past one, there's another one. And a story comes up, and the story's toxic. It's got this horrible feeling that just leaves you, it's hard to speak to people, hence social anxiety. So we go deeper into the psychological aspect to reveal that the problem is quite deep. The problem is not getting good with women. The problem is not confidence and all that. It actually is confidence, but it's a much deeper level. It's a relationship with yourself. It's the relationship with God. I remember saying to God, you know, and it's mad, because it was like I did say to him, you fucking abandoned me, man. You trashed me. You know I'm good. I was a good kid at school. The teachers knew I was good. I knew I was good, but I didn't trust it. I didn't trust myself, because I didn't trust my dad, and he made me not trust myself. He tricked me. He put his stuff onto me. But then it's mad, because I'm sitting up with him most nights, and he's teaching me confidence. So he's trashed my confidence and he's building it. It's like there's two of him, and he's a good man. He's talking to me about Alexander the Great and great men, and General Custer and great leaders in history, and he's teaching me how to manage fear. And he's making me face fear all the time, and I'm thinking to myself, the same man who broke me down, has made me. I had to thank him, because he made me go out and challenge these things he taught me. I had to challenge him, and I had to forgive him, and I couldn't fake the forgiveness. I had to love myself first, forgive myself, so I could forgive my dad who abused me, and forgive him, and honestly forgive, not make it up, not just say it, actually physically, spiritually mean it. It took time, and when I spoke to him, all the fears went away. Like the fears, I was still left with some story, but it dissipated. And today, I literally felt that God had taken it away from me, that all my pain is gone. I felt this lightness, and I knew that I don't need sounds so trivia, I don't need attractive women to make me feel good about myself. I need to have a relationship with God in myself. And people say, what God? It doesn't matter what God. It doesn't matter, I don't have to name him. I feel it, it's intuitive, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, your own God. My personal connection was with Jesus, or the Christian thing. I don't have to agree with all the stuff, but it was a personal thing. And I went to the church, and I didn't find it in the church, because I remember my dad saying to me, the very person who abused me, you don't need to go into the church to find God. There's a saying, it says something in the Bible, avoid the people who preach out on the streets. I'm preaching now, sorry, it's contradictions, stress truth. Go into your house, close the door and pray. And that's how I always did it in my room. When you're by yourself, that's when you really see what a true man is. Don't watch a man when he's outside and he's in a social gathering with his friends and things are going well, because you just get to see a surface. If you want to catch a man, you find out who a man is. Climb through his window at 2 in the morning when he's sweating with depression, anxiety, fear and shame and guilt, and then you'll see the true man. Then you'll find out who is the true man. And it's from that place, that's where we build ourselves. So I had to go beyond lowering myself, because that's how my dad made me feel. But it's mental. He built me up. He's made me. It's like something out of a Batman film. It's fucking bizarre, but the man has transformed me. I have to thank him, and he damaged me and he's fixed me. And I love him, and it's it had to come to all this fucking bullshit just to get on with each other and to like each other. But I had to understand that I'd done many bad things as well. So God showed me that, well, Jonathan, you have to forgive your dad, because you've done the same. You went out and you bullied and you lied and you cheated and you was very angry. So you got back what you was. And I'm thinking, oh, I did, didn't I? Fucking hell, it was true. So I had to process it, look at my life, look at what's around me. Of course I had to forgive all the bullies, but that was easy. Forgiving the bullies was easy, because I was a bully myself. To recognise the bullies are nice guys. I am these people the same. But I don't have to live that reality. I don't have to live a reality of job seekers allowance, ravioli in a fucking tin, 5 Jaffa cakes in the cupboard. I can create any reality I want. That's what my dad showed me, that's what God showed me. And I say this respectfully, because I'm emotional now, and so can everyone else. And that's my job as the teacher, is to help men who are damaged, to align them, fix them, get them confident with themselves, make it simple. I'll simplify this message. Make them love who they are. Men come to me because they want love. That's why I went to my teacher. We spoke about it. It's obvious. They come but I have to show them. I have to reflect what I've done, let them feel it, and they'll go into their own psyche and spirit and fix themselves. And then meeting women it's fucking easy. It's insulting. And that's what God did. He showed me men can be trusted, because I trusted Floyd. Floyd was the first friend that I really trusted. I could genuinely say I could be myself around this man. I don't have to hide myself and wear a mask and pretend all the time like I did with most of my friends. And God showed me Floyd. Floyd was the first man to teach me how to speak to women. God helped me through Floyd. And I knew I felt a mad presence from him. And he showed me through ordinary people, simple people. And of course, obviously, I've met Jeff. I've met Jeff later ahead in the journey. That's God again. I'm not stupid. It had to come from a man that had been through a similar background. I don't film this video because I've got a lot of respect for Jeff and for Floyd, so I'm not going to babble on. I'm just going to keep it short. I'm just being grateful. These men helped me to go in. These men, Floyd, Jeff, a few other names, Les Brown, they all helped me to it sounds deep, doesn't it? Find out who I am. And then I realised, of course, I'm not a fucking shy, anxiously, socially inept person. I'm very confident, and I say that with the utmost respect. I'm not unattractive. I'm actually a very attractive man. And I don't need to cheat and lie on any women, because I don't do it anymore. And I am enough. I am enough. Of course I'm enough. Of course I'm enough when I'm connected to God. I wouldn't. What the fuck would I be walking around in a park talking on a camera for? Inspiring the whole world with my brutal honesty that wasn't difficult to talk about, and is now flows through the lips and the tongue, and the soundbite comes out very naturally, because I found truth. I don't have the absolute every truth, but I've got a truth enough, and I've got a purpose, and I'm happy. But the happiness didn't come at a cost of sitting down on my arse reading through books. I had to go out and find my own truth, and I did it through the same truth as my mentor. I had to face fear, and I had to recognize what I always knew deep down, that everyone is afraid. Everyone plays games and pretends they're not afraid. We're all fucking scared. I'm scared too, but I'm not scared to be scared, and I've learned to manage my fear, and that's what Jeff has taught me to do. He's taught me and helped me to reveal what I was already doing, but to straighten out, because my integrity was out, because I was afraid, I was terrified. And I've seen it with lots of men in the dating industry, that they're so close to being fucking powerful and perfect, but because they're afraid, they won't fully submit, they won't fully surrender to God. If you don't believe in God, they won't fully surrender, they basically won't love themselves. So they will externalize all their problems and chase women. Women can't give us love that we need, that we were damaged by, that we didn't get from our parents. But you know what, it's interesting. When you love yourself, a woman can give you love, because you're giving her love, and there's no bullshit, there's no fucking around, there's no, sorry my language, there's no fucking games, there's no drinking alcohol, there's no manipulating one another, because I don't want relationships like women, I won't have them. But everything I said was worth it. I'm glad. Last of all, I want to say a prayer, because I said a prayer the other day, because I was praying for one of my friends that I've been working with. It's challenging time because he's changing, and I said to God, why did you fucking make it so difficult? Why did you make me struggle? I don't expect everything on a plate, but you made me suffer. You terrified me, you crucified me, you scared me to death, you kept me silent, I couldn't speak to people, I couldn't fucking do the job I wanted to do. You made me suffer. I was depressed, I wanted to kill myself, I was struggling, man. I didn't want to kill myself, because I won't go out like that. I'm a man, I'm not a coward, I wouldn't do that to my family, and I'm too strong, but I'm weak as well. And you've terrified me, and you've battered me, and you've gave me a little bit, and you've taken it away from me, and now I've got the answers. I know why you did it. Because it was worth it. I had to understand. I had to understand what people feel like, who feel that they don't feel loved and they don't trust anyone. Because how could I teach people? How the fuck could I teach anyone how to improve their life if I didn't go through it? It takes one to know one. And that is why I'm a good teacher. Because I always thought, before I used to think, should I really be doing this? Am I qualified to be going out and telling people how to live when I've done all these bad things? Who better than me? I found purpose. And it's very simple. Violent men need to learn to trust themselves through the practicality of honest living. And we do make mistakes. And I'm making lots of mistakes, but I'm putting a lot of things right. So it's all worth it. And it's mad. I know when I'm saying this to people, they're going to resonate with it. Or some people are going to think I'm mad, that's all right. But people, because we have this awareness. And I'm reading a book at the moment that my friend Andy's borrowed me, and it's called The Untethered Soul. And it's a very beautiful spiritual book about who we really truly are. And he's talking about aligning to God through aligning to our own consciousness. And we are not the voice in our head. We are not the voice that says I'm not good enough, or people wouldn't like me, or it's not going to work out for me, or I'm a bad person, or I'm a guilty person, I should feel ashamed, or if people were to know this about me, or if they were to know that about me, if they were, you can't win. We are not that voice, but we need that voice. Because everything I created in my life that's from love, I created it all from fear. So I'm glad I grew up on the council estate. It taught me a lot. I'm glad I went into the job centre and I was ashamed, because I had to go through these experiences. Because I want to go back into, I'm doing it anyway, I've done it psychologically for the video, I want to go back in and help the kids to align and show them that they are loved and they are loved and they are good enough.